to really get over them, give them a few bumps, try to slow them down, because the Canadians are really looking for an easy game, a skating game.
The Calgary Flames start with Kerry Wilson at center, Colin Patterson and Richard Crom up front, and a two-order
now.
Face-off will come inside the Calgary Flames blue line. Smith gets the draw. Peter Svoboda is teamed with Larry Robinson on defense. A bad hop off the boards. Paul Reinhart was there. Demore was surprised by the way that puck bounced off the boards, and the net was left open. There's Bozak in forechecking for Calgary against Peter Svoboda. Håkan Loob in against Robinson. Puck cleared around the board. Reinhart against Geeney. Bob Geeney with his 200th career goal last night. And now here comes Bobby Smith. Smith on the right side. Sheldalene back to Smith, moving in. And Håkan Loob with a good job of coming back to take Smith off the puck. Bob Geeney in the center ice zone. One veteran to another. Larry Robinson has it for Smith over the line with Geeney on the left side. And that's broken up, and here comes Loob. Up for Bozak, it was too far, and Robinson takes over, having his best offensive year in quite some time. Geeney's pass for Nyland failed to click, but Geeney follows up. Geeney in against Alan McInnes, and Chris Nyland has it for Robinson. Robinson back to Nyland. Nyland hits the line, gets around McDonald and heads into the corner. There's McInnes. Nyland goes down, and Lanny McDonald takes over. McDonald, a good lead pass up ahead to Conroy. He fires it into the Montreal zone. And
something we really have to look for, Chris, is if the Flames are aggressive in their forechecking. You know, Cliff Fletcher talked about how they've been doing a lot of stick checking. They have to get involved and take the body. There's a good example of what they have to do throughout the game.
McInnes took McPhee off the puck. Joel Otto after it for Calgary, but Mario Tremblay has it on the left side for Mike McPhee. He'll take the body as well. McPhee for the Canadians. And so will Tremblay, who's battling for the puck now. Lanny McDonald moves inside the line with Otto. The shot went off of Mike Lawler's shin pad. McDonald has it in the corner, being watched by the rookie Lawler, number 38. Otto in forechecking, centers it. McPhee knocks it to the point. McCowan shooting, and that hit the goal post. Traffic in front of Patrick Waugh. Charlie Bourgeois keeps it in. Early pressure by the Flames. Poplinski's shot off a skate. Patrick Waugh trying to freeze it.
Going at the net, trying to cause some sort of interference in front of Waugh.
Dan Quinn at center for the Flames now. He sat out the game Thursday night against Edmonton, which Calgary was beaten 4-3, their 8th straight loss. Quinn centering line with Tim Hunter and Ed Beers, who's back in the lineup. But this is Lucien Deblois for Ryan Walter. Walter lost the puck inside the line. And back out at center, it's Svoboda. Up ahead to Stéphane Richer, back in the Canadiens lineup after missing a number of games with an ankle problem. Right now, it's Ed Beers with an ankle problem as he ends lineup after suffering that serious eye injury in December against Quebec. More players are wearing the eye visors all the time. Here's Robinson, who is wearing a helmet now after many years without. Puck cleared to the line and comes out to center. That's Walter with the visor over to Svoboda. Peter Svoboda, the second-year Czech player, in over the line. Deblois had 2 goals against Winnipeg last night. This is Richer. Richer tried to move in against Gary Suter, who takes him out of the play. Puck comes loose, and it's Colin Patterson. Up to Reinhart. Good mobile defenseman inside the line on the right wing in front. Patterson banged away at it, and Waugh stood his ground. Here comes Naslund for the Canadians with Bobby Smith. Smith back to Naslund in front. Demore is down and will hold on for a faceoff. Hartford with 39.
That's why the Canadians are talking. We can't afford to have any let-ups whatsoever, go into any prolonged slumps. All of a sudden, you find yourself in last place.
Alan McInnes leads the Flames in plus-minus with a +18. He gets it up to Perry Berezan. Berezan working into the zone. He's out there with Håkan Loob. Loob trying to center it out in front. Steve Bozak also on the line. Flames forechecking, and Tom Kervers from Montreal picks up the loose puck. Kervers' lead pass goes off Berezan's stick and slides down into the zone. That's Sheldalene after it. Number 20 for Montreal. He's the leading rookie scorer in the National Hockey League. Here come the Flames inside the line. Bozak is ridden off the puck. Berezan is in for Loob. Loob turning away from Kervers. Bozak parked in front, now goes back for the loose puck. There's a bad angle shot. Waugh almost got caught leaning off the post. Charlie Bourgeois at center as the Flames make a change. Craig Ludwig for the Canadians passes to his defensive partner Curvers. A long lead pass out at center ice. Nyland had trouble with it. And now Bourgeois. Charlie Bourgeois to Otto, who just got rid of it at center, and Craig Ludwig, the native of Eagle River, Wisconsin. Cross ice, and now Guy Carbonneau takes it. Up to Chris Nyland over the line. Drops it for Carbonneau, the shot, and that was blocked nicely by Bourgeois. Out in front, and the Flames get control. Lanny McDonald has 898 points in 898 games. He could get 900 tonight. He's out on the ice now for Calgary, but it's the Canadians. Carbonneau moving back in over the line. Carbonneau lost control of it, and it's cleared out to center.
Well, so far, Chris, we have good flow in this hockey game. The play has been end-to-end. The teams are really skating well. I'm surprised that the Canadians are skating so well, because they didn't get in until 2 o'clock this morning playing in Winnipeg last night.
Puck cleared down the ice. DeMoor has to play it. And here comes Reinhardt. His cross-ice pass hit McPhee, bounced into the air, now inside the Canadians' line. A delayed offside, but Montreal works it out. Brian Strudlin on the ice, and the rookie with a knuckleball, which had DeMoor fooled. It went over the crossbar. McPhee in forechecking against Suter. Tremblay against the boards, and now the puck squirts to center. Svoboda being watched by Tim Hunter. The puck is cleared ahead. Strudlin now to McPhee. He had 3 goals last week on Hockey Night. Scores! Mike McPhee with a blast.
Wood takes a pass. Look at the defense back in. You can't do that. You have to stand up and be in a challenging position. By the same token, the goaltender can't let a goal go in from just inside the blue line. He has to make it.
And Montreal leads Calgary 1-0. At center ice, Richard Crom for Calgary moves inside the line. Crom, shot went off Patterson to the corner, and the Canadians come up with it and come out to center. Ryan Walter, one of the hottest Canadians of late since returning from that eye injury. Walter in the corner, taken to the boards by Wilson. McInnes helps out and takes the puck for Calgary. Craig Ludwig at center. Ryan Walter with Richer over the line, a long shot, and they'll be testing DeMoor now. Steve Conroy as the Canadians make a line change. Richard Crom. His pass for Hoken-Lou broken up by Naslund, and here's Smith with Dahlin. In over the line, Smith fakes the shot right in. The shot, they score!
As the interception takes place at center ice, where Naslund just flips it to Smith. Now keep an eye on the defenseman as he backs away. He's got to play Smith a little closer than that. He actually backs to the center of the ice, and that allows Smith to go one-on-one against DeMoor. DeMoor is backing in. He's almost inside the net. Smith flips it through his legs.
Number 15 with his 15th of the year. The Canadians lead 2-0 here in the first period on goals by Mike McPhee and Bobby Smith. So the Flames dig themselves a deeper hole. Puck is whistled down on the high stick, and it's Montreal 2, Calgary 0. Peter Svoboda and Brian Strudlin, and at 7:09, 57 seconds later, Bobby Smith from Matt Naslund. Canadians lead by 2, but Calgary has the puck in their own zone. Cross-ice pass for Poplinski. Poplinski out there with McDonald and Joel Otto. Peter Svoboda back in his own zone, hit by Otto, centers it in front off the goal post. Poplinski puts it back in front. Those things happen when you're in a slump. Otto just rang that one off the post. Here's Reinhardt shooting. What a save. Tonight's game is coming to you from Calgary.
Putting him in. There's an excellent takeout by Otto. Now watch what happens as the puck actually glances off the post. Flames can't corral that rebound. And they just are right now so frustrated. They're getting tight. They're not making good passes, and then Roth just comes up with that save. But you know, you can't let up. You can't start feeling sorry for yourself. As Bob Johnson had mentioned, you just keep plugging and hope you get a fluky goal and get things going.
From the face-off, Mario Tremblay out with McPhee and Strudlin over the line. There's Tremblay shooting. He rang that off the post. It was almost 3-0 as Tremblay with a blast from the right circle. Now the Flames get control. A lead pass. Quinn deflects it in. Patrick Waugh to the net. Clears it around the boards. It goes by Eddie Beers, and Mike McPhee sends away Tremblay again. He just clears it down into the Calgary zone. Alan McInnes there for the Flames. Around the boards for Tim Hunter. Back for McInnes. And now Steve Conroy fires it in. That one took a strange hop in front of the goal, but the Canadians cover it, and Brian Skrudland skates to center. McPhee on the left side. Nice pass on the right wing. Tremblay tried to get it across for McPhee, and Jamie McCowan made the defensive play. Larry Robinson as the Canadians change lines on the go. Bobby Smith. Cross-ice pass. Svoboda in, shooting. That deflects high off the glass.
Instead of his body on the high shots.
10:57 left in the first period. The Canadians lead 2-0. A lead pass from Reinhart to Berezan called Crom. Now it's Patterson over the line. His shot deflects off the stick of Svoboda over the glass.
Talking to the youngster and saying, as soon as you get it, try to get that puck up ice immediately.
Reinhart kept it in from the faceoff, and a shot on goal. Waugh got the pad down. Flames forechecking, but the Canadians come up with it, and this is Robinson. On the right wing for Shel Dahlin, he's working against rookie Gary Suter. There are two of the top Calder Trophy candidates so far this year. Both wear number 20, Dahlin and Suter. Here's Berezan over the line, working against Robinson to the corner. Robinson takes him out of the play, and the veteran came up with the puck and was hauled down by Berezan. A penalty upcoming against Calgary. Waugh comes out of the net, and the Canadians with the top power play in the league. Here's the top power play in the National Hockey League. They've clicked 32.7% of their opportunities. Ryan Walter to Mats Naslund. Svoboda at the point along with Tom Kurvers. Kurvers back to Svoboda. Naslund. And Naslund was checked. He gets it back again. Mats Naslund, look at him work. Back to Kurvers, the drive right on. Demore with the save. Kurvers keeps it in. Puts it back in front. The shot by Naslund. Partial deflection, and Demore went down and made the stop. Kurvers keeps it in once again. That's Dahlin to Naslund in the corner. Mats Naslund, the third leading scorer in the NHL this year. Back to Svoboda. Again to Naslund. Tom Kurvers and Naslund, they're throwing it around well. Ryan Walter behind the net. Dahlin. And now Kurvers with the shot knocked down in front. There's the rebound. Demore the stop. Patterson dives after it, trying to get it out of the zone. They do to center.
Oh, that's excellent power play. If you want to bottle something and keep it for future, the way the Canadians worked that, and the reason why they kept having players going into the hole, getting in the opening.
Big hit by Conroy on Shel Dahlin. Mario Tremblay now out on the power play for Montreal with 34 seconds remaining. Svoboda can't corral the puck, and Oakenloop comes up with it, and he'll skate to center. Lube inside the line. Flames still a man short, and Lube does a good job and gets it back to Conroy, and the Flames fans appreciate that work. Here's Bozak with Lube in front. Didn't see him until Lube went by the goal. That could have been a great scoring chance. 5 seconds left in the penalty. And again, the Saddleboat crowd comes to life. Bobby Smith at center. Berezan's back on the ice. Flames at full strength. And here's Berezan with the puck. He overskates it, but McDonald follows up. Lanny McDonald moving in. To Berezan, the shot, ball save, rebound, scores!
Now there's a lot of enthusiasm here in Calgary, and they can hardly wait for their team to get on the scoreboard. Watch the play by McDonald. He's the veteran of the hockey club, looking for the trailer. And what a perfect setup that was. And the second man going for the net happened to be Poplinski, looking for that rebound. You always have to go for the net with your stick down, any possible rebound, and Poplinski does it perfectly.
Jim Poplinski's 12th of the year, just after the Calgary Flames had killed a penalty. That might be the best 2-minute sequence they've had in a long time, Gary. 2-1, the Canadians lead the Flames. But Calgary has a spark after killing that penalty and then scoring. In behind the net, Patterson and Crom battle for it. Wilson's there to keep it alive as well. Craig Ludwig takes his man down. Nyland's in the thick of things. They're still battling for the loose puck, and it finally comes free. Number of players down behind the play, but Bob Gainey up ice with the shot off the glove of Demore. And now breaking down the ice, here come the Flames. This is Poplinski in and around the net. Now back it comes to Bourgeois. Shot screened, and Waugh made the stop. Tim Hunter. And now the Flames lose it, and it comes out to center.
Flames have certainly picked up their level of play. They are flying right now, and that's what they have to do. Take it to the Canadians every opportunity.
Here goes Tim Hunter. Trying to center it and then stuff it. Patrick Waugh down and holds on for the faceoff. From the Olympic Saddledome in Calgary, this is Hockey Night in Canada. Over the Flames here in Calgary, Bobby Smith and Mike McPhee. For the Canadians, Jim Poplinski with his 12th of the year from Perry Berezan and Lanny McDonald for the Flames. Mario Tremblay cross-ice pass, McPhee over the line, being watched by McDonald. And it goes Tremblay back to Robinson. Loose puck in front, and it's flipped over the net by McPhee.
You know, something that Johnson had talked about, we have to play our positions. We can't be running around. That time it almost cost the Calgary Flames.
There was quite a collision between Otto and Robinson. McDonald the shot, and he drifted that wide. Puck comes to the blue line and out. McKinnon.
Canadians certainly aren't going to feel sorry for them.
5 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the first period. You know, the Flames were the 5th best team overall last year in the regular season and 3rd best 3 weeks ago until this 8-game slide. They're a good hockey club. Okunlu across to Conroy, who fires it in. Going in after it is Bozak. Roth chopped at it. And now the Canadians get it out to center. Carbonneau, Gainey, and Nyland going after it against Reinhart. And Reinhart touches it. Icing is the call. Hockey Night in Canada returns in a moment. 2-1 Montreal. Ludwig with the puck. Charlie Bourgeois kept it in. Tim Hunter behind the goal. He's battling for it with Tom Curvers. Eddie Beers flips it back into the corner. Hunter still there against Curvers. So Beers goes in to help out. Dan Quinn against the boards. 2 of these 3 players were not in the Calgary lineup on Thursday night. Quinn and Beers. Dan Quinn steals that puck from Nyland. Nyland takes Quinn into the boards, and the puck comes free for Jamie McCowan. He sidesteps Carbonneau. Quinn lost control to Gainey, and Nyland taking his frustration out on Quinn once again. Now Nyland has the puck in center. He backhands it into the zone. Montreal making a line change. McCowan chops it up on the boards to Eddie Beers. He lost control, kept in by Deblois. Now Charlie Bourgeois. Up to Eddie Beers. Beers is all by himself as the Flames were on a line change, and it comes out to center. Wisconsin graduate Gary Suter. Cross ice to McInnes. His pass intercepted by Carbonneau. And that was almost a break for the Montreal center. Now the Flames regain control, and it's Kerry Wilson. Over to Patterson. Crom breaking in front. Wilson has it. Wilson takes a look, being watched by Svoboda, puts it in front. It's loose, a shot off the side of the post and out into the corner. Close call there for Colin Patterson. When you're in an 8-game slump, Gary, you find all the goal posts and crossbars, don't you?
Absolutely.
Here's Ryan Walter over the line. Shot scores! As it went through Mark D'Amour.
Well, that's 2 long shots that have gone past D'Amour, and I don't think that Bob Johnson will hesitate if that continues and changing goaltenders. But again, it's a matter of taking the man and not giving him that much room. You notice that he could take 4 strides before he was able to get that shot away. Suter is the man back, but the spread is far too far between the player carrying the puck, having to be Walter, and the defenseman. So you can't give a guy like Ryan Walter, Naslund, the rest of them, the time to shoot that puck.
8th goal for Ryan Walter, 30th point of the year. Canadians clearing it down. 3:32 remaining in the first period. Walter against Joel Otto on this faceoff. Otto, a big strapping center at 6'4", 220 pounds. McDonald to Reinhart. Shot through traffic, was down, and it hit him. And the Canadians get it out to center ice. Long pass for Poplinski, moving in, drops to Otto. Otto shot, and Waugh steered that to the corner. Reinhart pinches in. Joel Otto is there. He's taken to the boards by Lawler out in front. Poplinski couldn't find it. McDonald's in behind. He collides with McDonald. Flames trying to apply pressure. Out in front, Poplinski shooting in traffic, and somehow Waugh got it before it crossed the line.
This has been a very good line for the Calgary Flames because all three of the guys have a lot of strength, Otto, Poplinski, and McDonald. And when you have to do a lot of grinding work along in the corners and alongside the boards, all three of them can do that. But let's watch how they jam up the net. Excellent save by Waugh, and he just stays with it. And there is the real crowd in front. You know, in the slot there was Poplinski. He got himself away from his check, playing without the puck, a very key ingredient in hockey. If your check is right beside you, somehow you've got to get away, get yourself in a scoring position, and that's exactly what Poplinski did. Here's that long shot by Ryan Walter. Again, look at how much time he had to release that. He took 2 strides over the blue line. Suter was well back, not in a challenging position.
Sheldon, the leading rookie scorer in the NHL, fires it into the Calgary zone. Demore has it hop over his stick. Bobby Smith in forechecking against Lube, who goes down. Naslin is there. Smith still after it, and now Bourgeois for the Flames. Up ahead it comes. The puck hopping over the stick of Perry Berezan down into the Montreal zone. Svoboda taken to the boards by Berezan. Larry Robinson, 43 points already this year. He had just 38 all of last year. Larry almost got caught giving away that puck, and now gets a pass out to center. That one just got to Smith. Here he comes over the line. His back pass for Deline. Deline took a look, but also took a hit. And the Flames, Berezan comes up with the puck. Backhanding it high down the ice, and Robinson goes back.
You know, defensively, the Flames still are backing into their end zone far, far too much, because if you allow the Canadians to gain that blue line, they're going to make some excellent passes once they cross, especially with the likes of Deline and Naslin out there.
Deline steps over the center ice line, backhands it into Calgary territory. Canadians making a line change, so is Calgary with 1:40 remaining in the first period. It's 3-1 Montreal. Here's Mario Tremblay. He didn't see McPhee breaking. They had a 2-on-1 set up against Reinhart. Now Steve Conroy takes control for the Flames. His pass out to center ice. Ed Beers goes after it against Curvers. Ludwig was there and clears it back into the neutral zone. Reinhart's pass knocked down by Tremblay. Beers goes after it. Tim Hunter had it hop over his stick, and now the Canadians come out. 3-on-2. Tremblay the shot. And again, they're trying to test Demore from well out. Tremblay's shot was off the mark. Less than a minute to go in the first period. Tim Hunter against Brian Strudlin. They tie it up against the boards and finally get a whistle.
That's not bad surrendering puck in the Jersey net.
48 seconds left as the puck comes outside the line, and Richard Crum has it for the Flames to Kerry Wilson. Working in against Larry Robinson. Wilson directed it in front, and the Canadians come up with it, and Carbonneau skates to center. Firing it in, this could be icing, and the Flames do touch it first. Seconds left. That time Carbonneau lost the draw, but McInnes's shot was blocked, and Carbonneau gets the rebound and puts it out to center. Steve Conroy directs it back in with 18 seconds left. The Flames would dearly love to get a good scoring chance before this period ends. They're down by 2. Puck out to center for McInnes. His pass failed to click, and Larry Robinson now across ice to Gainey. Gainey fires right on, and Demore holds on at the siren. So the score at the end of the first period is Montreal 3, Calgary 1.
Chris, you have to take advantage of giveaways, and Lanny McDonald does. Watch this good forechecking, and it results in a giveaway up the boards. Lanny McDonald just streaks down, and something that he does probably better than anyone else is that slap shot, and he can pick the corner, and I think that just is going to give that Calgary Flames bench a real big lift.
Jean Perron is not happy about that. 8 seconds into the second period, Lanny McDonald cuts the Canadians' lead in half. It's 3-2, and I wonder if that was partially a reaction to Lemelin going in. Jamie McCowan overskated the puck, and Guy Carbonneau got it there first to wipe out icing, but here comes the Flames back. It's McDonald on right wing. Ferrato Otto feeding it in for McDonald. Poplinski up front as well. And Lanny lost the puck to Chris Nyland, who comes back for Montreal. On the left wing to Gainey, who cuts in. Good pass to Smith, shooting, and that went off the post. Boy, we've seen a lot of pucks off the post in the early going. Here's Nyland with Gainey in front, leveling down, makes the stop. Canadians with some early pressure on Lemelin, who's lost his stick. And there's a Calgary defenseman down. Check that, that's McDonald.
Now Lenny is cut. You can see some blood on the ice.
2, but Doug Harvey had that number retired. So Carlson's gone to 3, and from the faceoff, the Canadians with another shot on Lemelin, who's certainly into the game now. The veteran #1 goaltender for the Flames, coming on in relief of Mark D'Amour.
Again, the Flames demonstrating that they give up far too many good scoring chances in their own zone. They're just not knocking anybody down in front of the net. As McDonald was going to the dressing room, he had a few words to say to the Montreal bench.
It was Chris Nyland with the cross-check that wasn't called, and now the Canadians speed into the Calgary zone. It's Dahlin. Dahlin shooting, level in the stop. The net comes off its mooring.
And doing that, and that results in goals.
Here, the Flames have scored twice. Lanny McDonald with a goal and an assist, so he has hit the 900-point plateau in his NHL career tonight. Goal number 451. He's played 899 games, so he's averaging over a point a game. Hope to see McDonald back in the Flames lineup before this game is over. He's right now in the dressing room getting repairs. Steve Conroy for Calgary. Over on the right side, Quinn, a lead pass to Ed Beers, who's in over the line offside.
Pending in that first period.
When you're trying to end an 8-game losing streak, you play hunches. Perhaps that's what Johnson was doing. Here's Deblois over the line, right on Lemelin. Puck cleared to the corner, centered out in front. Deblois fighting for it there against Reinhart. They go to the boards, but Reinhart maintains control, and out they come to center. Steve Bozek in over the line. He is working against Tom Kerbers. They battle for it in the corner. Bozak has taken McDonald's spot on this line with Poplinski and Otto. That's Bozak in the corner. Now Otto fires it around the boards. Gary Suter is there. He clears it back in behind the net. Otto there centers it in front. Nobody there as Poplinski had gone to the bench on a line change. And it slides down into the Calgary zone. Tim Hunter leads it up on the wing, and now Reinhart lost control. Check that, Kerry Wilson, 33, and Lemelin has to come out of his goal. Jamie McCowan being watched by Bob Gainey, one of the best forecheckers in the league, and now out for Wilson. Behind the play, we've got Chris Nyland and Tim Hunter, the two heavyweights in tonight's game.
On Thursday night, or a situation where McDonald took that cheap two-hander. You have to stick up for one another, and that's exactly what Tim Hunter did.
It's 3-2 Montreal, 16.5 minutes left in the second period. Mats Naslund working against countryman Håkan Loob at the blue line. Loob keeps it in with Wilson, and now they whistle it down on the delayed offside.
Spots like Gordie Howe is probably the greatest at knowing when to skate and when to conserve your energy so that you're able to skate when you have to, and that's what McDonald has to learn. And it's very difficult for him because he's a go-out type of
offensively for the Canadians. Flames clear it in. Waugh to the net. Poplinski to McDonald with Waugh out of the goal, but McDonald couldn't get a shot on the goal from a bad angle. McDonald fighting for it with Ludwig behind the goal. Poplinski trying to feed it back to the point. He lost it to Naslund, who gets rid of it to center. Charlie Bourgeois back to get it. Around the boards for Poplinski. Ahead to McDonald. McDonald from well out drifted that shot just off the mark. And Lawler clears it down the ice. Past Jamie McCowan as the Canadians and the Flames make line changes. McPhee intercepts the pass. And then in turn gave it to Quinn. Here come Calgary. It's Eddie Beers over the line. He's checked by Kerbers. Good defensive play. Two Canadians collide. Strudlin and Tremblay. Puck comes back to the point. McKinnon shot. They score!
Well, the early McDonald goal like a harmless foul. I believe it was deflected by Eddie Beers in front. Let's see if we can pick it up from Flames. They're battling back. They're tied.
Beers' 6th goal in an injury-plagued season. And it's 3-3.
Chris, that's why you want to get guys in front of the net. Exactly for that reason. Had he not been there, Roy would have had an easy time.
An assist on the play. McInnes, the leading point getter among Calgary Flame defensemen. Steve Conroy hit Dan Quinn in the back of the helmet with that clearing pass, and Quinn went down.
Get it high. And Quinn happened to be in the wrong spot. Let's hope that it hit the helmet.
Curvers carries it to center, dumps it in the Calgary zone. It's 3-3 as the Flames have scored twice in the second period. Mario Tremblay with Brian Skrudlin and Mike McPhee up front for the Canadians. Calgary flipping it to center. So the 2 Flame goals and the goaltending change have turned Calgary's fortunes around for the time being in the second period. Play whistle down, and now with the Hockey Night in Canada update. Second period as well as the score. Paul Reinhart clears it into the Montreal zone. Lube is in forechecking, but Svoboda has it for, check that, Mike Lawler. Now Kerry Wilson up with the steal to Lube. Oaken Lube back to the point. Reinhart wrist shot. That hit a leg and went wide of the goal. Kerry Wilson lost control of it, and Lawler sends it down the ice right on Reggie Lemelin. No icing. Here's Gary Suter, who's been a pleasant surprise for the Calgary Flames. Up to Crom. Crom lost possession, and Naslund steals. Here's Naslund. Tried a wrist shot of his own. It hit Suter and went to the corner, and now it goes to center ice. Ludwig to Smith. He lost control. Lube is after it, but Waugh comes out of the goal to clear it out of harm's way. Bobby Smith back deep in his own zone. Now to Robinson. Good forechecking by the Flames. That's Crom with the steal. Wilson with the puck. He drops it to Reinhart out in front, and it's cleared away by Robinson. McCowan keeps it alive. Reinhart's in front. There's Wilson. For Lube. Lube shot. Waugh down and trying to hold on. Puck comes loose. Robinson can't clear the zone, and now it hops over the stick of McCowan out to center. And a break for Dahlin with Naslund. Dahlin's pass off of McCowan. Puck up against the side of the goal, comes free. Naslund takes his man down, but Lube is up with the puck. Out in front it comes, and Richer just shot wide. The puck hopped in front to Stéphane Richer, and he missed the target. Good chance for Montreal. Puck is cleared in. Richard Crom trying to knock it away. And now it's center. Crom to McDonald. In on the right side, shooting, and Waugh got a piece of it. Lanny McDonald put flying. Here's Otto shooting. And Patrick Waugh, I believe, made the save. No, it hit the goalpost. So Waugh has had some help from the post tonight. Otto. As the Flames continue to buzz in the Canadian zone, good chances at either side. Now Otto gets his gloves on. And here they go. Check that, Charlie Bourgeois and Ryan Walter. Crom goes after it in the Montreal zone, feeds the point, and Gainey was there to intercept. Takes a look and sends it over to Mats Naslund. Naslund drops for Gainey, who's taken to the board. A good hit there by Steve Conroy. It's still in the Calgary zone. Carbonneau centered it in front, and it was cleared away by McCowan. Larry Robinson back to get it. Spinning away from Wilson. The general manager of the Canadiens made that play famous, Serge Savard. Bob Gainey inside the line takes a hit from Crom. Puck is loose, and now Hoken Lube with Kerry Wilson loose. And Lube hits Wilson with the pass to Crom. Shooting, rebound, scores!
Now it's the Canadiens that are standing still right now, and the Flames, they're doing all the skating, but this is so well set up. Hoken Lube, move the puck forward, move the puck forward. Once you get the defenseman turned on Robinson there, you get the shot on net. But Kerry Wilson, once he had made the pass, Where does he go? At the net, looking for a rebound. Smart play.
3 straight goals by the Flames in the second period, and we are about to have our second goaltending change as Patrick Waugh comes to the Montreal bench, and we will see Doug Silver.
After you make a nice drop pass, you have to converge at that net, and that's exactly why Wilson scored the goal.
Barry Berezan clears it into Montreal territory. See if the Flames try to test Sotard early. Conroy, wrist shot goes wide of the goal. Flames pinching in, trying to keep it in the zone, and now it's shot to center for McInnes. And Conroy's lead pass loose over there is Berezan, but offside was Eddie Beers. Tonight's game is coming, and you wonder if the legs are already getting heavy. Here's Mike McPhee with the steal, working in with Skrudland. Back it comes, Tremblay scores! And the Canadians answer with their own three-way passing play.
Tremblay a little shaken up, but he'll take it. And again, the giveaway by the Calgary Flames at center ice, and the Canadians take advantage. And that's really the secret, take advantage of it. It looked like the player was going to shoot off the left side, but once he had everybody turned, slipped the puck into the slot. And Tremblay, as he's hauled down from behind, has the empty net, because that drop pass even fooled Lemelin, and he was in no position to stop that shot by Tremblay.
37 seconds after Calgary had taken the lead, Montreal ties it 4-4. Tremblay's 8th from Skrudland and McPhee. Puck is dropped, and that seemed to surprise Joel Otto as Bobby Smith took the face-off cleanly. Wide open hockey game. We've had goaltending changes at both ends and 4 goals apiece. Craig Ludwig clears it down into the Calgary zone. That was the first goal Reggie Lemelin has allowed tonight. Lanny McDonald checked by Naslund. Bobby Smith in the corner, Dahlin in front. Here's Smith trying to center, puts it out in front onto the stick of McDonald. Up ahead to Poplinski. Otto's on the far side. Poplinski against Ludwig. Poplinski still with it. Ludwig gets a piece of him. Puck comes loose, and now the Canadians have possession. It's Naslund. Long pass for his old Swedish neighbor, Kjell Dahlin. That was broken up.
I think what Suter learned from that first period is he anticipated that pass and moved right up by the blue line to take that long clearing pass away from Naslund. Excellent defensive play.
Now play whistled down on the offside. From the Olympic Saturday post-game show tonight, they'll be going to Toronto for next Saturday's Leaf Nordique game. That's the winners of the Ford 3-Star Challenge to be announced on our post-game show tonight. Canadians seem to have a spark from that tying goal. Forechecking in the Calgary zone. Carbonneau's shot directed to the corner by Lemelin. Patterson up against the boards, works it free, and now Tim Hunter to Bozak. This is a new line for the Flames. Tim Hunter back on the ice after his major penalty, taken to the boards. Bozak in to help out. Curvers and Hunter still grappling behind goaltender Doug Sotard. Puck comes free, and Nyland just golfs it down the ice. Race for the puck between Conroy and Gainey, and icing is the call.
Well, the Flames continue to pinch in from the blue line position, and that is only the result of good forechecking. It forces the opposition to shoot the puck around the boards, and that's when the defenseman can pinch in. During this slump that the Flames have been in, not once has Bob Johnson ever had anything negative to say. Always positive, positive, positive.
Here's a look at Edmonton native Doug Sotard, who has replaced Patrick Waugh from the Central Red Army game New Year's Eve. And Chelios has knee problems. Brian Skrudland fires it in for Montreal. Lube off the boards. It's kept in by Svoboda. Right on goal. Lemelin makes the stop. Out in front. Tremblay shooting, scores! Tremblay's second makes it 5-4 Montreal.
Now, a lot of these goals now are the result of giveaways. Again, the Flames had possession of the puck. Lube had the puck behind the net. He rifled it up the boards, not even looking. All he had to do was hang on to it, keep possession of that puck. And when the Canadians continue to put the pressure on, look at Tremblay release that, pick the top corner. Bingo, the Canadians go in front. But those giveaways, they just kill you.
Tremblay's 8th and 9th goals come 2 minutes and 4 seconds apart and put Montreal back ahead of Calgary, 5-4. Mike McPhee along the boards. Dan Quinn checked him. Puck comes free and Reinhart takes a look and feeds Quinn. Over the line, shooting. Sotar with his first stop. And Dan Quinn on the draw. Gets a weak shot wide of the goal. Mike Lawler, the Buffalo native, takes over for the Canadians. A free agent who's been a pleasant surprise. A steady defenseman. Number 38, puck shot down into the Calgary zone. Bourgeois. Leaving it for Dan Quinn. Quinn is back after taking that errant pass in the back of the helmet. Stéphane Richer couldn't get loose, and the puck comes out to Lawler. His flip pass is intercepted by Bourgeois. Bourgeois and Richer are tied up. And now following in on the play is Reinhart. Dan Quinn is there as well. Quinn trying to center it. McCowan was cruising around but couldn't get his stick on the puck, and now Craig Ludwig sends it up and into the middle for Stéphane Richer. Richer to Deblois. Lucien Deblois, 2 goals last night against his old team. The Jets gets a shot on goal. And now
the big power play for the Canadians. Flames have to kill this one off.
Gary, second time Canadians have gone on the power play with the #1 rated power play unit in the National Hockey League. In the first period, the Flames did a good job of killing the man advantage. Here they come. Tom Curvers ahead to Bobby Smith. Good move past Bozic inside the line. Across to Naslund. Back past Curvers. Here's Robinson, the shot, which went high. Naslund in the corner. Dahlin in front with Smith. And here's Robinson again. And that shot was high and deflected. 2 in a row for Robinson, who'd like to get them a lot lower than that. Larry's going to get a third chance. Here it comes. Right on goal. Lemelin with the stop, and they clear it.
And the #1 power play team in the league have their best players on that are responsible for that. The likes of Naslund, Smith, and Robinson, and Dahlin. They get into openings. They create opportunities.
Here's Dan Quinn with an opportunity. Quinn over the line shooting, and he shot that one wide of the goal. Naslund to Robinson as the Canadians regroup with 52 seconds remaining in the power play advantage. Long pass for Dahlin. He failed to gain control, and Bourgeois sends it back down. Steve Bozic and Håkan Loob come out for Calgary to try and kill the rest of the penalty. Richer, number 44, is on for Montreal, along with Walter and Tremblay. Number 14, Tremblay, has 2 goals tonight. Ryan Walters, some good work along the boards against Bourgeois, but they can't get it on to the point. Sotar had trouble with it as Berezan was looming around the goal crease. Here's Naslund trying to burst through. Walter on the wing, taken to the boards by Berezan. Ryan Walter maintains possession, gets it back to the point. There's Naslund. Naslund into the corner. Richer, as the Flames now are back at full strength. Richer dumped up his man Reinhart. The Flames continue down the ice with it, no penalty. And here comes Stéphane Richer, the gifted Canadiens rookie, trying to go around Gary Suter, and he almost got by the rookie defenseman. Mike Lawler now in the neutral zone as the Canadiens get their power play off the ice. Jim Poplinski is tied up, but Poplinski gets the puck back again. Here's McDonald in over the line, couldn't get control. Now it's Nyland feeding it to Carbonneau. Over the line, his shot deflected wide. Carbonneau broke his stick. He's gone to the bench. Poplinski on the right side for McDonald, working in against Svoboda. McDonald checked off the puck. McCowan moves in, and the blocker saved by Sotar. In the corner, Joel Otto working for it. Puck comes free, and the Canadiens have possession. Carbonneau to Gainey. Nyland on the right wing, and moving up on the left side is Ludwig. Taken to the boards by Bourgeois. Chris Nyland up against McDonald, and McDonald wins it for Calgary. And McCowan just knocks it to center. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left in the second period. 5-4 Montreal. As Nyland bursts in, he's tripped, and here comes another penalty to the Calgary.
Carbonneau had set up a beautiful passing play to Chris Nyland, and McDonald was in pursuit. and felt that he had to take him down, or Nyland would have been home free. So again, we're in another situation where the Canadians on the power play and hanging on to that 1-goal lead.
Don't want to give the Canadians too many opportunities with the man advantage. This is their third of the game. They're scoreless on the first two, but average 1 goal in 3 tries. Flames cleared to the line, but Robinson keeps it in. Bobby Smith takes a look. Mario Tremblay and Naslund are up front. That's Curvers at the point. His shot deflects wide into the corner. Smith again, having his best year since his 114-point season in Minnesota. Robinson, Smith, shot is blocked by Suter, and it comes outside the line. Good play by the rookie defenseman. Larry Robinson on the left wing to Curvers, and it's called on the offside. 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining in Lanny McDonald's penalty. 2:53 left in the second period. Canadians move back in. Tremblay, Bobby Smith, Naslund. Mats Naslund, who has 16 power play goals this year. They're looking for Naslund on that left wing. Little number 26 to Smith. Tremblay in behind the net to Naslund. Naslund has a 15-game point streak. Comes back to the point. Robinson shot knocked down by McCowan. Calgary defenseman doing a good job. Here's Tremblay to Curvers to Smith off the side of the net, and Bobby Smith got a piece of the goal post. We've seen that a number of times tonight. 39 seconds left in the penalty. Curvers is knocked down. There's a shot by Naslund, blocked in front, and it's cleared down the ice by the Flames. Calgary's penalty-killing unit ranks 12th in the league. They're doing a good job tonight. Offside against Montreal.
Line was intact for a period of time, doing quite well, and then he got hurt, and that's when Bobby Smith moved in, and he just took over as the line continued to produce.
15 seconds left in the man advantage as the Flames cleared around, and Steve Bozek backhands it down the ice. That should about do it as Craig Ludwig goes back. Lead pass up ahead, and having trouble with it is Deblois, who has to turn back. And now back on the ice is Lanny McDonald. So the Flames penalty killers 3 for 3 tonight. Deblois, number 27 to center, over the line with Walter. He's checked, and the Canadians have to regroup. Lallard's backhand pass ends up on Conroy's stick. He's looking for McDonald, but Walter had it. Ludwig fires it to Dahlin, who just clears it into the Calgary zone as the Canadians make a line change with under a minute to play in the second period. 5-4 Montreal. Poplinski and Gainey ride into the boards. Puck is loose. Joel Otto goes after it, tried to turn and shoot in one motion and banned on it. Gary Suter to Poplinski, and in ahead of the play is Joel Otto. Wing. So I'm not sure if we'll see him tonight on defense or not. Canadians checked at the line, and now Bob Gainey circles. 20 seconds left in the second period. McCowan gave it away in front. Levelin is down, still loose. Terminal banned, and Levelin kicked it out. Some anxious moments in front of Reggie Levelin, who's way out of his net to get his stick. And the second period ends with no further scoring, but the Canadians came close.
Very familiar, of course. Time for the Calgary Flames. They were down 3-1 at the end of one, but then moved ahead by a score of 4-3 on this play. Puck and lube to Perry Wilson, and then the give and go. The shot, the rebound, and Wilson is there to beat Patrick Roy. 9:06 was the time, and the Flames had a comeback lead. But then it was the Canadians' turn to come back. Looked like Montreal was getting tired. The line of Brian Skrulin, Mike McPhee, and Mario Tremblay playing very well in the hockey game. And it's Tremblay who beats Reggie Lemelin, who was drawn out of position by the passing in the deep slot area. And the Canadians had tied the game 4-4. And then the veteran Tremblay came through again to give the Canadians the lead they carried into the dressing room at the end of the second period. So Tremblay's goal makes it 5-4 for the Canadians as he scores from his off wing at a sharp angle. Montreal leads by 1 at the end of
second. McDonald, Beers, and Wilson gave the Flames a 4-3 lead, but Mario Tremblay has scored 2 goals in 2 minutes and 4 seconds for Montreal. And so the Canadians have that 1-goal advantage as we get ready for the third.
Calgary Flames make you work. If you allow the Canadians to skate and play their game, yes, they will prevail. But if you start bumping and grinding, and a good example of that is the line of Otto, Poplinski, and McDonald. Every time they're on the ice, they grind it out and bump and make you pay a price. And that's what every line of the Flames has to do.
Here we go. The Flames trying to end an 8-game losing streak. Down 5-4 as we start the third period. Calgary with possession of the puck. That's Jamie McCowan at center ice, flipping it into the Montreal zone. Colin Patterson, Tim Hunter, and Steve Bozak. This has been a line put together tonight by Coach Bob Johnson. Hunter in the corner. Takes a hit from Larry Robinson. They battle against the boards. And now we'd like to welcome viewers of the Toronto-Los Angeles game. I'm Chris Cuthbert along with Gary Dornhofer and Dick Urban at the Olympic Saddledome in Calgary, where the Montreal Canadiens, just starting the third period, lead the Calgary Flames 5-4. Montreal had a 3-1 lead after one. The Flames scored 3 straight to take the lead, 4-3, and Mario Tremblay had 2 in a row for Montreal. Flames buzzing around the Canadiens' net right now as they look for the equalizer. Calgary trying to snap an 8-game losing streak. Colin Patterson taken off the puck. Kerbers for Montreal relieves the pressure.
Some good pressure again by the Calgary Flames starting off this third period. And really, Chris,
Mike Lawler, the rookie defenseman for the Canadiens, out of Buffalo, New York, with the puck. Up ahead to Mats Naslund. In the middle to Bobby Smith, who has one of the Canadiens' goals tonight. Smith backhands it in. Paul Reinhart for the Flames. Reinhart off the boards. And up come the Flames to center. Kerry Wilson with Håkan Lube on the right side. And Lube stepped in.
The Flames depend upon his goal scoring, and he really hasn't been able to do much of that this year.
We've played a minute and a half of the third period. Bobby Smith picks off an errant pass in the center ice zone, and now the Canadiens called offside. Bobby Smith with his 15th goal of the year tonight.
I've always been a Smith fan because, number one, you always like to have a center iceman that can gain the zone, gain that blue line, and then has the ability to make a pass to the winger that's in full stride. And what Smith can do is pass it on his forehand or on his backhand and make that perfect pass to you.
Bobby Smith working in the corner. Flames come up with the puck. Smith now has the loose puck, centers in front looking for Shell Dahlin. It comes to Craig Ludwig. His shot off the shin pads of Kerry Wilson, and the puck slides to center. Smith and Naslund have been dangerous tonight. I think Dahlin's been quiet on that right wing. Here's McDonald in over the line. He can't get loose, and Smith starts back to Naslund on the left side. Naslund just lets it slide into the Calgary zone. Canadians make a line change. And here's McCowan. Lead pass for Otto failed to click, but McDonald follows up. He has his 900th career NHL point tonight. McDonald, number 9, with a goal and an assist. Canadians now just get rid of it. Down into the Calgary zone. This could be icing as McCowan goes back to touch. He is going to be waved out of the faceoff. Mike McPhee now against Jim Poplinski on this drop. Sochar kicks it to the corner. Otto after it against Robinson. McDonald trying to come out in front and didn't get a good shot away. Mike McPhee turns for Montreal to Tremblay. The 2-goal scorer clears it in. After it is Brian Strudlin. They're comparing him to Doug Risebrough. The former Montreal Canadiens, Strudlin 39. This is 29. Otto taking a heavy hit from Larry Robinson. The 2 biggest players in the game making contact along the far boards. This is Strudlin. Ahead to McPhee. Puck kept in the Calgary zone. Stéphane Richer. Richer tried to center it in front. It went off Steve Conroy to the corner. And now the Flames take control. Lead pass for Poplinski. Berezan following up. Berezan working against 4 Canadians. The Flames on a line change, and Berezan just got rid of it. Now Quinn centering in front. Beer scores!
Chris, you have to have good eye-hand coordination to make a play like this. Number one, glove that puck down and then get it into a position where he can shoot it right away. And Eddie Beers doesn't hesitate at all. Boy, oh boy, you have to give him marks on that play. He made it look so easy, but unless you've done it, you have no idea how difficult that play is to make.
Well, Eddie Beers has the scoring touch, and the Flames have been looking for it this year. Beers now getting back to 100% good health, and he has 2 goals tonight. Bob Johnson has to be happy about that. The Flames have tied it. It's 5-5. Sotar clears it around the boards. Ryan Walter up against Dan Quinn. Puck kept in the Montreal zone by the Flames, and it's loose. Ludwig banged away at it and actually swung and knocked it out to center. Reinhardt works it back in for Quinn to Beers. Beers didn't see it that time. Now Quinn in front. Beers took a whack at it, but the Canadians get it to center. 5-5. Flames have fought back, and now they're called offside.
If you're a young Canadian thinking about where you're going, you're beginning to see the obstacles. The high cost of university, the difficulty of learning a high-tech trade. Think about the Canadian Armed Forces. We need you. We'll help you get a degree or learn a skill and guarantee you a job. Visit a recruiting center and talk to us. It's your choice, your future. The Canadian Armed Forces.
Montreal Canadiens from the face-off ice the puck. It comes down into the Canadian zone, and Larry Robinson's been dishing out
body check. Hunter is the recipient of that board meeting. And what that does, when you know that Robinson can really put you into the boards, the forwards will slow down. They will hesitate and just throw you off your game. Good check by Robinson.
Robinson at age 34 having one of his best years, and I bet you were on the receiving end of a couple of those checks.
Many times.
Here's Conroy from the faceoff. His shot comes up over the glass and out of play. Steve Conroy, along with Jamie McCowan, joined Team Canada last year after the Flames season ended, and it was one of the pleasant surprises of '85, the silver medal in Prague. Once again, Joel Otto, I think, has been waved out of the face-off circle.
Flames really don't lose anything from the face-off position when Poplinski moves in, because he has played every forward position and is also a very strong face-off man.
Swede Knox didn't like the way he aligned himself against Guy Carbonos, that they were both tossed out. Now Otto has the puck and works his way in. Loses possession, and Bob Gainey turns for Montreal. Gainey gets around Jamie McCowan, goes to the corner. Nyland taken into the net in front by Conroy, and Calgary gets possession. And Lanny McDonald sent away. Here's McDonald dropping it to Conroy. Tried to put it in front for Poplinski, and Robinson knocked it down. Here's Carbono. Robinson trailing, and the puck was just out of Robinson's reach. Carbono maintains possession. This is Dahlin. Wrist shots. They score! Gainey on the deflection.
Well, another miscue behind the blue line by the Calgary Flames. Keep an eye on Gainey. He'll just mind his own business and just cruise towards that net unmolested. And what he does is just get his stick on the play. But what a fine pass. And Gainey tilts the stick so that it just goes over the pad of Reggie Lemelin.
Goal number 201 of Bob Gainey's distinguished career. And Montreal back out in front of Calgary, 6-5. Puck shot down into the Canadian zone. This will be icing as Lawler touches it.
Stick along the ice and just deflected it by Lemelin.
14:04 remaining in the third period. Calgary again behind by a goal. But you get the strong feeling the scoring hasn't finished yet. Offside against the Flames.
Well, that's the one area that, and the way the game has changed from 10 years ago when I played, Chris.
As they are today, and it's getting closer to the old fire wagon style. Here's Reinhardt over the line to Crom, shooting. Sotar got a piece of it. Reinhardt fields it off the glass. They battle for it in the corner. Reinhardt works it free. He's knocked down on the play by Bobby Smith. And now Naslund ahead to Smith, but Luke kept it in the zone. Craig Ludwig follows up for Montreal. Ahead to Naslund. He couldn't get loose, and here's Reinhart. The lead pass for Loop was too far, as the Flames almost had the Canadians caught on a line change. Here's Chaldeline, who has set up the go-ahead goal. His pass for Naslund was too far. Deline now working against Hope and Loop. Bobby Smith loses it. Here's Dan Quinn shooting. Sotart the save. Quinn puts it out in front. Charlie Bourgeois, watched by Naslund. McCowan, the drive. It hit somebody in front. They bang at it, and now Sotart holds on. This is Hockey Night in Canada.
They lead in shots, 28-24.
And the Bruins now just a point back of Montreal, pending the outcome of this game against the Flames. That Adams division standings seem to change the order of the 5 teams with every result. Here's Curvers with a shot. Lemelin got the pad down. And Jamie McCowan gets possession. Ahead to Perry Berezan. Berezan couldn't field the pass. And Curvers hands it to McPhee. He's checked off the puck. Eddie Beers with a pair of goals for the Flames can't get loose. And Reinhart will try his luck to Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn for Reinhart. Reinhart chases it into the Montreal zone to Quinn. Quinn just couldn't get around Svoboda, and it's knocked down the ice. Gary Suter back to get it as the Canadians make a line change. Pass on the left wing for Hunter. Sotart out of the goal. There's Patterson. Picking off the loose puck out in front. They bang away at it, and Sotart kept it out. Close call in front of the Montreal net. Here's Nyland shooting. Lemelin makes the stop and holds on.
Now, when the Flames are putting on a lot of pressure, they got caught on the play, and it was a 2-on-1 break. As we see it from behind the net, catches that one in the chest. But the Flames also put on some pressure. Look at what it looked like, a very harmless shot from the corner by Patterson. Almost resulted in a goal as Sotart came up with a big one.
That was Tim Hunter parked in front of the Canadiens goaltender. He came close. 6-5 Montreal, 11:39 remaining in the third period. And this has been an old-fashioned shootout. Jamie McCowan just got rid of it to center. Ludwig back in his own zone. Good pass to Gainey at center. Bob Gainey taking a look for Nyland, who has to wait. He can't precede the puck into the zone, and Calgary takes over. McCowan to Bourgeois, head to McDonald. Poplinski is breaking, and he goes after the puck against Lawler. Poplinski in the corner, takes a look in front. Now Otto goes in to help out. They pile up along the boards, and play whistled down by referee Andy Van Helleman.
What our call report to the information booth immediately.
Face-off, and Sotart got a piece of that. Robinson just off the board, center front, there's a shot. Sotart with 2 big saves, and Richard Crom.
To be the stumbling block as far as the Calgary Flames are concerned. Let's have a look at it from the face-off. What develops, a draw that is won cleanly, and then it's just good puck pursuit by the Flames. And there's a giveaway right behind the net by Robinson. And here's where Sotart, good concentration, is able to smother that puck. Again, we've seen a lot of it, the giveaways at tonight's hockey game. And here, one of the seasoned veterans in the National Hockey League, Larry Robinson, coughs it up. That's when you really feel thankful. When you're Larry Robinson, you give up the puck and your goaltender comes up with a big save.
Bobby Smith went to the bench to get a new stick. He takes the face-off. Puck goes high into the air, and Smith knocks it out with his glove to center, so he has to touch it first to keep it alive for Montreal, and does, into the Calgary zone. Smith going after it. Lemelin just shovels it into the corner. Naslund in forechecking. The Flames trying to get control, but the Canadians doing a good job of forechecking. Smith is in there. Kerry Wilson up against Naslund. Back it comes. Robinson's shot. Hit a leg and went wide. Bobby Smith is after it. Taken to the boards by Conroy. In behind the goal, Walter. Continues to fight for it. Gets it loose to Naslund. Back in for Walter, who's good against the boards. Walter tries to center. Lost possession. There you see Robinson had pinched in, but managed to keep it in the Calgary zone. Good pressure here. There's a shot. Knocked down in front by Paul Reinhart, and Calgary gets it to center. Open Lube with under 10 minutes to go in the third period. Has Crom loose the shot. Sotard makes the stop. Robinson and then Naslund clear it out to center, and here's a giveaway. It's Richer in. Can he get a shot away? Yes, and Lemelin makes the stop. Close call as Richer stole the puck. Now Berezan. Sotard's lost it, but Kerbers is there to clear the rebound. Now Beers moves in. He couldn't get good wood on that bouncing puck. Eddie Beers looking for the hat trick, and the Canadians look for some relief and send it down the ice. This will be icing with
one. Kenny Renchuk has a couple of goals, and that moves Chicago into first place pending St. Louis-Philadelphia game tonight.
They're starting to play well, Chicago. Flames down by a goal with that 8-game losing streak hanging overhead. Battling in the Montreal zone. Canadians seem to want to get a face-off here with the Flames buzzing around. Hunter working for it for Calgary. Number 19 pinned by Carbonneau. Bozik's in there, and he keeps it alive momentarily. Canadian goes down. Bozic goes down. Hunter and Carbonneau continue to fight for it. And finally, Carbonneau wins the battle. Carbonneau still with it. Clears it around the boards. Kept in, however, by Conroy. And now it's cleared to center. Here's Chris Nyland. Geaney trying to catch up. Nyland hauled down by McCowan, and a penalty coming up against Jamie McCowan of the Calgary Flames. This is Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
It's on a holding call, and Chris, I don't think he really had to do that. I think he had good position on him. There wasn't really anything that that Nyland had to shoot at. In fact, I don't even think he could have got a shot away. So that's just a bad penalty for McCowan to take.
Fourth power play for the Canadians. Naslin's shot from the faceoff goes wide of the goal. Say what you want about Chris Nyland, but he's drawn 2 of the Calgary minor penalties tonight with his hustle. Dan Quinn is out along with Perry Berezan to kill the penalty. And this is Larry Robinson with the puck. Robinson in over the line, drops it back for Dahlin, who covers Robinson's point position. Naslund wrist shots it wide of the goal. Robinson is after it. Gets possession, hands off to Smith. Bobby Smith to Shell Dahlin. There's the wrist shot right on, level in the save, and the Flames clear it.
The Canadians will give you a good example of working without the puck. They will go into the openings and create openings for the puck carrier.
Canadians are 0 for 3 on the power play, but they've had a number of opportunities. Here's Smith. Into the corner. Bobby Smith has it again. Naslund is at the right point. Robinson at the left point. Robinson with the pass to Naslund. Shot right on. Level and let out the rebound, but Conroy is there. And Conroy sends it down the ice with 50 seconds left in the penalty. New troops come over the boards for the Canadians, including Lucien Deblois and Mario Tremblay. Robinson remains out. Now Smith goes to the bench. Carbonneau comes out. That's Carbonneau inside the line. A good pass in front, and hauled down was Deblois, and the Flames clear it back down the ice. Here's a giveaway. Berezan moves in, the shot right on Sotard, who has to make the stop. Now with the Hockey Night in
shot, Sotard, excellent position, and squeezes it between his pads. That Hartford Hockey Club, they are for real, aren't they?
We're going to have a penalty against the Canadians as Lucien Deblois goes to the penalty box. And that will be the first man advantage opportunity for Calgary in the game. Jean Perron not too happy about it.
Penalty to number 27, Lucien Deblois. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. The time 13:11.
I was going to say, Chris, I wondered when it happened because I didn't see Deblois do anything. Obviously, it said something to the official.
13:11.
And when the 21 seconds expire on the McCowan penalty, Jean Perron's team will be a man short, leading 6-5. He can't be happy about Deblois' discretion there.
Absolutely. I think Deblois was complaining about being dragged down in front of Lemelin, and so he had a few uncomplimentary remarks to make to Van Elman, and now he'll sit. So here's an opportunity for the Flames, working on the power play, something that really has been an Achilles heel for them. They have not been very successful in that area.
So it's 4-on-4 at the moment. Conroy from the faceoff, his shot hit a leg. It's cleared in by Bourgeois, who's had a regular turn on defense for the Flames tonight and played well. Now Ludwig comes up with it. McCowan standing in the penalty box, ready to return for the Flames. Canadians clear it down into Calgary territory. Naslund in. Ludwig pitches in to keep it inside the Calgary zone. And now the Flames have the man advantage. Here's Bourgeois. Having trouble against Carbonneau, gets it ahead. And Bob Gainey with the check. Gainey starts back with Carbonneau. Gainey gets a shot wide of the goal. Carbonneau taken down. Gainey's lost a glove, and here come the Flames. Louvre over the line, drops it. Reinhardt tried the return pass, and now the Canadians with a 2-on-1. Here's Carbonneau and Gainey. Carbonneau shooting high.
Good job by Beers for the back checking.
Back they come the other way. Louvre in the corner. Otto's out in front. Louvre to the point. Here's a shot right on by Suter. Otto rebound. Cleared it through the goal crease. Carbonneau sends it down to center. Quickly, Gary Suter turns. 40 seconds left in the Flames' man advantage. Brian Skrudlin with the check there. And Bobby Smith starts up. He's taken off the puck, and Louvre feeds it to McDonald. In the middle to Reinhardt. Over the line. Reinhardt tried to drop it. Lawler has him all tied up. Flames maintain possession. Suter to Louvre, and he looked up and lost control. 12 seconds left in the man advantage. Time for one more Flames rush. Here's McDonald working against Robinson. A couple of great veterans. In behind the net, it's fed back to Louvre at the point. Shot deflected off the ankle of Ludwig, and Deblois is back on the ice. The two teams back at full strength. There's a shot, and Sotar kicks that to the corner. Ludwig just golfs it into the Canadiens bench, and back in 1975. Sotar would like to forget it. They lost 8-3. Here's Charlie Bourgeois from the faceoff out in front. And the puck comes back to the blue line. And Bozak couldn't keep it in, and the Canadians bring it to center. Ryan Walter after it, but Charlie Bourgeois takes over to Bozak. Bozak, good pass over the line. Hunter, stick check by Ludwig, preventing Hunter from getting a shot on goal. Hunter along the boards with Walter. Helping out on the play is Beers. Back it comes to McCowan. Check that Patterson. Patterson around the boards to the near side. Bourgeois in the corner. Mike Lawler is there, so is Ryan Walter, and they tie it up and get another face-off with 3:56 remaining in regulation time. It's still Montreal 6, Calgary 5. The last two times these two have faced off, they've been waved out of the circle. Once again, Swede Knox trying to get them set. Puck drop. Gainey and McDonald after it. Reinhardt pinched in, but the Canadians got it to center. Gary Suter sends it back in, but the puck was deflected, and the Flames caught offside.
Now, Bob Johnson at the beginning of the game had mentioned that we're going to try and find a way to win. He's running out of time now with 3:46. Certainly had enough goals to win the game. You know, when you score 5 goals at home, you figure that that's enough, but that hasn't been the case. You know, we saw a draw there with Carbonneau and Otto, and there certainly is a strength and a weight differential between the two players. Carbonneau won the draw, so, you know, strength doesn't always win you the faceoff.
Tom Kerber's tried to clear it into the Calgary zone, but McDonald gloved it and then shot it down into Montreal territory. A collision at the blue line, and McDonald lost his stick, and out come the Canadians to center ice. It's flipped into Calgary territory. Reinhardt up on the boards to Otto. Kept in by Carbonneau, and Reinhardt will go back to get it. Hounded by Gainey. Nyland in forechecking as well. Loose puck picked off by Carbonneau. To Bob Gainey, who has a goal for Montreal tonight. Robinson to Nyland. And Nyland takes a hit as he got rid of it and heads to the Montreal bench. Right now, the Canadians have the Flames hemmed in their own zone. Suter's pass for Louvre hopped over his stick. Lawler up to Deblois. Now Robinson will try it. Back to the rookie Lawler. His pass almost intercepted by Crom. And now Crom does take over. He just got rid of it, and play now rather sloppy in the center ice zone. 2:35 left in regulation time. Canadians lead by 1. Richard Crabb ahead to Kerry Wilson. Wilson shooting, glove save Sotar. He'll hang on. It's an unfamiliar position to be in, and they're trying to take the weight off their shoulders, but they need a dramatic comeback here to do it.
And the longer you go, the tougher it is to win.
Especially when Edmonton's next on the schedule tomorrow night at the Northlands Coliseum. Puck tied up against the boards. They hold it for another face-off. This is the Canadiens' final game of a 3-game road trip. They're back in Montreal Monday night to play Montreal West or the St. Louis Blues.
The hesitation, you don't do things automatically. This doesn't make your flow go very smoothly. The Oilers have defeated the Hartford Whalers. Good try by Hartford, but not quite good enough.
And the Canadiens can open up a little more breathing room between themselves and the last place Whalers. It was just 5 points going into tonight's game. Ryan Walter ahead to Brian Skrudland too far. Bourgeois to McCowan, good pass inside the line. Quinn shooting, that was blocked, and it's rifled down the ice. Bourgeois took a run at Ryan Walter, and there's a penalty coming up to Calgary with 1:53 left. And Charlie Bourgeois is not happy, and neither will his coach, Bob Johnson.
Well, I think Johnson will be a lot more upset than Bourgeois. It was a bad penalty to take. There's absolutely no reason to take that penalty. Walter didn't even have the puck. The puck was shot down the ice, and it's just taking a shot at a player and putting your team in such an awful position. Watch this. And from a referee's point of view, he has to call it.
Well, that was an old score. Charlie Bourgeois was trying to settle him. He and Walter went at it in the second period and had double minors for roughing.
Bad timing.
Yeah. That's one you wait until March 15th when the two teams meet again in Montreal.
But there's your combination, Chris. You know, of everything that's happening to the Flames, the giveaways, the bad penalties, the bad goaltending.
Here go the Canadiens on the power play, looking for the clinching goal. They lead by 1, and the Flames need a shorthanded marker to tie the score. It's Tremblay, a 2-goal man tonight, to Curvers. Curvers to Naslund. Naslund inside. Bobby Smith has control of it. Smith really seems to be one of the key men on this power play. Curvers, Robinson, back across to Naslund. Canadiens just have to maintain possession with the 1-goal lead. Bobby Smith does so with 1:15 left in the game. Smith back to Curvers. Canadiens haven't directed a shot till there, and Lemelin made the easy pad save, and now the Flames clear it down the ice. But the Flames have to be thinking offense as well in this situation with exactly 1 minute to play in regulation time. Here's McCowan. McCowan works his way in, can't get a shot away. Jamie McCowan has 2 shorthanded goals already this year. Number 34 has the puck. Fires it into the Montreal zone. Back to get it is Robinson. To Tom Curvers. Curvers up ahead to Mario Tremblay. A lead pass for Naslund too far. Lemelin backhands it off the board. Berezan has it with 30 seconds remaining. Canadiens will be content not to score on the power play as long as they don't allow a goal. Carbonneau has Walter in front, couldn't get him the pass. McCowan off the boards. Berezan takes a look. His clearing shot goes down into the Montreal zone with 10 seconds remaining. 6-5 Canadiens. Here's Carbonneau shooting. Lemelin makes the stop. Reinhardt has to get it ahead quickly. Dan Quinn, late shot. It's too late. Montreal hangs on for a 6-5 win.
Well, a very entertaining hockey game. A lot of mistakes out there, but as far as